Hey, I got a couple questions for y'all. The first one, who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? Now, I know this sounds crazy, but if you're one of those people that have been trying to get information and you come across this, or even this. All right, take a listen.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Sister Layla Nashiba, the Managing Director and founder of Sunnahfollowers Online Islamic University. As you know, we have classes every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we cover everything from Aqidah, which is your belief system, to Seerah, which are the stories of the Prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the story of the companions. Please join us every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are broadcasting and streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, DLive, Trovo, and Twitch. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Oh, we're live now? Are we live on Zoom? Is anybody there, or am I live? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Am I live? Let me see. Okay, I see. Thank you, brothers. It would Zoom people, wake up. I'm gonna need y'all to help me because I'm running all these computers. I can't see all these different platforms. Okay, walaikum salam, Sister Pamela. Okay, Ina alhamdulillah wa salam Allah wa rasulallah. Welcome to our first class for today, which is the Aqidah class. And before I begin, though, I want to apologize to the kids. You know, I was supposed to be here for the Sunnah Follower Kids program. I just woke up. I'm sorry, guys. I was up last night. By the way, Dr. Ibrahim Jamali gave a wonderful lecture last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's why I am just waking up. He talked about the occupation of Palestine, and I broadcasted it. Nobody was here because y'all were all asleep, but I broadcasted it on the social platforms, and I did record it, and it's up on the my YouTube channel. So please, guys, when you get a chance, go to the my YouTube channel, and it's called the Gaza, the occupation before and after. That was a lecture that Dr. Jamali gave this morning at 2 a.m. and it's there. And also, Dr. Jamali was interviewed. He was interviewed by a newspaper because he lost some of his family members over there in that last strike that they did. So that's a heartwarming interview. But I'm going to tell you what YouTube did. Let me tell y'all what YouTube did to my interview. The interview of Dr. Jamali, I did make the video of it, and you know that they cut it. Oh, yeah. The part where Dr. Jamali got to speaking about how it's a genocide, they cut that. They stopped it. The original interview that Dr. Jamali gave was 40 minutes long. When I uploaded it to YouTube, YouTube cut it to 20. They cut out the last 20 minutes of his interview where he was showing the pictures of his family who were killed. He was showing the pictures of his family members that were killed in the last strike, and how he was saying that this is nothing but a genocide. YouTube cut that. Yes, they did. They cut my video. But anyway, the first 20 minutes of it is up there. You guys take a look at it. That's an interview that he gave for some newspaper. So that's why I haven't had any sleep, because I was up broadcasting Dr. Jamali at 2 in the morning. And I was also doing his videos, editing and trying to get that. I was trying to get the whole complete video. They wouldn't. Every time I upload that last one about the end with the interview, YouTube cut the heck out. They kept cutting it. So, but it's still a good thing for you guys to listen to. So that's what's up. So for the children, I apologize. I know, did any kids show up? Does it AY? Was there any kids here for the Sunnah Follower Kids program?
Yes, most of them are here.
They were here? And
Yes.
I apologize. Let the kids know I'm just a human being, and I don't have any help, but I had to do it. I couldn't miss out on Dr. Jamali's interview, and it's just, oh God, I fell asleep on the couch, man. I got a headache. I got a crook in my neck. I fell asleep on the couch. So I apologize for the kids. But the kids can participate in this class. I want all the kids to participate. If y'all listening to me, they participate in this class here too. Because remember, all my classes are family friendly. Because all the children, I was the same age the kids are. I was 6 years old when I started learning these hadiths and stuff. So the kids need to be participating in all my lectures. So that way they can grow up with that Muslim identity, that strong Muslim identity that we need to survive in this era. Okay. So, check out those videos on YouTube. Also, since I fell asleep and didn't get a chance to prepare my PowerPoint, this is the class. Let me put the thing up. Diluting. Wala Walbera. And this class is based on the book written by Sheikh Karim Abu Zaid. And I'm trying to find my thing. Here it is. For those of you who don't have the book, go to Amazon.com. Did I put it on? That's the name of the book. Yeah, that's the name of the book there. Let me make it a little even easier for y'all to get the name, because I got a lot of new people joining me. Bam, there it is. That's the name of the book, Diluting Wala Well Better. And there's the author, Karim Abu Zaid. It's on Amazon. I should have put Amazon there. Let me put that there too. Hold on, so that way you guys know where to get it. How do I change it? Right here. Yeah, this is on Amazon. Let me write it. I'm writing it out. Amazon. Okay, there it is. Go to Amazon and pick up this book, Diluting Wala Well Better. It's only $19.99. The book is $19.99. It should be a part of every Muslim's library. In fact, this whole trilogy, this is the second of his trilogy on the belief system of the Muslim. And I want you guys to remember everything. Yeah, I got a big forehead. A sister Heba's here from the Emirates, and she's teasing about my big forehead. I keep it hidden. She said, Sister Layla, you got the big forehead too. I said, yeah, look, it's real big, y'all. Look at that big forehead. But I bring it down to try to make it. So that's a trick I learned from Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model. You got a big forehead, wear your hair bangs down. Or in our case, bring that hijab down. You sisters over there in the Emirates need to try it. That's how you hide your big forehead. Okay, but anyway, yeah, pick up the book here and welcome here, Sister Heba. It's good to see you. Made me laugh because I'm telling you, I just woke up and I'm not in a good mood today. I really am not. I'm just all crying out over life, period. So you made me laugh, and that's good. I mean, a smile, to put a smile on another Muslim's face, to make another Muslim laugh. That's a great charity. You know, may Allah bless you for that. Okay, but pick up this book. This book is part 2 of his trilogy. Everything begins with and ends with your belief system. I want everyone listening to me, especially the children, the kids, to know it doesn't matter how many good deeds you do in this world. It doesn't matter how much charity you give. It doesn't matter how many prayers you make, how many fasts you do. If your belief system is not correct, it's not accepted. You'll be the bankrupt man or the bankrupt woman on the day of judgment. So we need to put more emphasis on our belief system. We should hold ourselves accountable every day. And what I tell my students to do is what I've been doing since I was a kid, what my parents had me do. At the end of the day, should you live to see the end of the day, before you go to bed at night, before you go to sleep at night, check yourself. Just relive the events of the day. What did I say that I shouldn't have said? What did I do that maybe I shouldn't have done? Or maybe there's something I should have done that I didn't do. Hold yourself accountable. And then check yourself. Ask yourself, were my actions, were the words I said today, was my action in accordance to what's pleasing to Allah? Okay? We have to hold ourselves accountable. And would Allah be proud of me and my actions today? And then ask yourself, the choices I made today, were these choices that maybe the Prophet would have made, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Are these choices that maybe Aisha would have made or Abu Bakr would have made? Try to compare yourself, to that first generation. Because remember, we went over that hadith yesterday. You know, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the best amongst us is my generation. Those were the best Muslims ever. No one understood this religion better than they did. Not nobody today, not no imam, not no sheikh, not no mufti, no. So, you know, when you make choices, you know, ask is, do you think Aisha would have done this, or Abu Bakr? You know, hold yourself accountable. That's something that I try to do. And right now, I'm pretty upset with myself because, I mean, man, some of my choices lately have not been too great. And I'm like, man, Layla, you got to get it together, because none of us are perfect, guys. We all make mistakes and we all do some stupid things. But you got to hold yourself accountable. And then when you recognize how stupid and foolish you are, change it. Make it right. Take a stand. Say, that's it. It's over. Done with. Not going to make these mistakes no more. You know, this is it. Feel guilty about it. Be determined to never do it again and keep it moving. You know, that's what we have to do. And that's my advice for the kids. You know, keep it moving. All right, let's get started. Everybody's in here now. I'm looking to see who's here. Do I got Trovo? And by the way, I don't know what's going on. I got a couple of Shiites. I blocked them from the stream. Is Norto? Let me know if that guy on Facebook, you know what I'm talking about? That brother that was there yesterday, the Shiite on Facebook, I blocked him from the restream and YouTube, but I don't know if he's blocked on, I can't see him. If he comes into my stream again, let me know. Because I also got a message on LinkedIn. Heba and them are on LinkedIn. Okay, if y'all let me know if that man shows up. Okay, I don't know what his problem is. Some little Shiite guy. I don't like the stuff he's typing. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Sister Pamela, it's a lot going on. And like I told you guys, this is not just in Palestine. I had told y'all I never heard of this country, Burma, before. Until the other day when one of the sisters or the brothers, one of the brothers here on YouTube, y'all need to Google Burma. Look what they've been, and that's been going on for a while to the Muslims. So it's not just the Palestinians. Oh my God, they got videos of what they doing. They have enslaved them people. The people of the Muslims of Burma are like slaves. It's like the African American history. Y'all need to look. So this is what I was telling y'all yesterday. This is not a Palestinian thing. You know, and that's what I like about what Jamali was saying. This is Zionism. This is Zionism. And the Zionists want to destroy Islam everywhere. This is why I believe this is the beginning of the end, of what will lead to the end. Because they're not just attacking the Palestinians. Look what they've been doing to the people in Burma. That I never heard of that country, but it's horrible. I Googled it because that brother asked me to on YouTube. Those people are enslaved. They're killed. They're murdered. Oh, they're raped. It's horrible. And it's been going on for a while. And also, don't forget those Chinese, those Muslim China people that are in concentration camps. So, like I said, you know, the Zionists want us to focus on that one part of the world, and not realize that it's happening everywhere. They're attacking Muslims everywhere. It's all about wipe out Islam. It ain't about wipe out the Palestine, just the Palestinians. Yeah, they want to wipe them out too. But it's wipe out all Muslim lands and replace it with Zionism. That's what it's all about, replacing everything being a Zionist society, which, like the prophet said it would be, like they want it to be. So this is bad. The Muslims are suffering all over. You know, it's horrible. It's horrible. And America don't even talk about Burma. I never heard of that before. Why ain't the American news talking about Burma? Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay, so anyway, I see the people on Trovo here. MashaAllah. And for the brother there on Trovo, thank you for enlightening me about what's happening over there. I did not know, never heard of that country before. But anyway, let's get started with the class now. How do we strengthen ourselves during these times? Remember, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that the days will come when there will be war declared against Islam. How will we fare if you live to see those times? What the only thing that will get us through it and sustain us through it is our la ilaha illallah. Remember that hadith? We just went over that hadith a couple of weeks ago. It will, la ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah will be what sustains us. In other words, your faith, your true belief. So we have to work on strengthening our belief system right now. And you guys are doing it by coming to these classes, by learning what it means to have allegiance to Allah, allegiance to the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and allegiance to the believers all over the world, not just one part. Okay. And again, the character is all about redefining the Muslim identity, coming back to the Muslim identity that we left since 9/11. I think 9/11 is when we really made this sway to try to apologize and blend in with the kafir. Well, we got to come back to the Muslim identity in the way that we dress, in the way that we think, in the way that we behave, in our character. And in order to develop the Muslim character, we need to learn the meaning of the names of Allah. And that's why I've been throwing that in here. I've been throwing in the names of Allah. And today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to break down another name of Allah and its meaning, and how you can take that meaning and apply it to yourself. And then your relationship with others. And today I picked a name that I think you guys need to ponder the meaning of. It's a name that I need to ponder over today as I try to pull myself up out of my despair. That's what you want to call it. Let's look at the name. Let me put the PowerPoint up. Yeah. Layla's just a human being too, sweetheart. Yeah. Let's pull this up. Trying to pick me up out of my dump too. I'm in a dump too, sweetie, so don't feel bad. I'm trying to pull myself out of it. Okay, let's look at a name. The name for today that I want us to break down and ponder the meaning of. Look at this. The name is read it in Arabic. Let me see. Is Precious here? Who's my new readers? Any of my new readers here? Precious, Latifa? I had him read.
Okay, I'm going to try, inshallah.
Okay. Look at the Arabic. Can you see it? Go ahead. Okay.
Al-Wajid.
Good job. So you recognize that this is a vowel of what?
Lengthening.
Exactly. So when it's a vowel of lengthening, how many counts? You hold it for at least
2.
Good. And you did good. And you remembered that the ending, since we're ending here, you just pronounced the sound of that letter, right? So you did good. So that's El-Wajid. 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 Good job, Atifa. Dr. Asim, you see I did the air. That's the Arabic class for today, Dr. Asim. That's all you're going to get from Layla. Hello! Okay, and what does El-Wajid mean? It means the perceiver. The perceiver. The perceiver. And this, I chose this name today because when we ponder the names of Allah, number one, it'll bring us closer to him. Number two, it'll give us guidance, direction, and hope. That's why Allah says his signs are here for those who understand. When you're going, and I want to talk about this with the kids. I hope my kids are in there listening. The Sunnah follower kids. Life is filled with ups and downs. Life is filled with disappointments. People can hurt you. I want you guys to know that. People can and will hurt you. And they'll hurt you over and over again. And I'm not talking about just physically. I'm talking about in here. Your heart. People can hurt you. Okay? So when they hurt you, you'll feel sick. You know, you will feel anxious. Your stomach gets to hurting like mine is. Oh God, I can't get over this. I can't eat, can't sleep. I'm all cried out. Y'all know I'm a 1980s song girl. I'm all cried out. You know, life does that to you. You can't cry no more. I'm all cried out. When you get to that point in your life, ponder the names of Allah. This is what I have been doing since I was 12 years old. When life throws me a curveball that I feel like I can't pull myself out of. And this is also for the adults like Amina, my little student, Kyra. I'm going to call you by your real name, Kyra. Instead of jumping from channel to channel, listening to these innovators that you listen to, especially that woman that looks like a nun, instead of you going from channel to channel, you need to handle your anxiety, because I'm a person of anxiety too. Take a name of Allah, break it down, because you will find that Allah is giving you the guidance you need to pull you up out of that rut that you're in. He's giving you the focus you need to gain control. And we're going to prove it today. And this is what I want my kids to do. When y'all get all cried out over life, okay, take a name of Allah. And we're taking the name El-Wajid. El-Wajid. El-Wajid, which means the perceiver. So let's put the PowerPoint up on the screen. El-Wajid. Now, where's my next PowerPoint? Okay, here it is. All right, let me move this out the way. I hope y'all can see my screen. All right. How do we begin? First of all, what does it mean? Perceiver. That's a big word. Most words over 4 letters in English are kind of hard to understand. So this is where we pull out the dictionary. Webster's, Oxford. Just don't get the Urban Dictionary. The Urban Dictionary is a slang dictionary that African Americans made up. That's where you find the word revert, which is not a real word. I mean, it's used incorrectly. Polygyny, those words are used incorrectly in English. Okay, don't use the Urban Dictionary. Okay, use Oxford or Webster, any other one. What does perceiver? First of all, do you see a word such as perceiver in the book? What does it mean? Perceiver. Don't look up a synonym. Look up the meaning of that word. Can you find a word perceiver?
Yes, on the Oxford.
One person. Who was it? Yes. Who was that? Yasmin?
No. It said that on the Oxford Dictionary place, it said a person who perceives something or is an observer.
Okay, there you go. Right. Because I was going to say, I'm going to give you guys another clue. When you come upon a name of Allah that like perceiver, inventor or something like that with the ER at the end of it, this is English. You know, I'm an English teacher. What can I say? With the ER at the end, take the ER off and look at the word. So if you couldn't find perceiver, look up perceive. Okay, but in this case, she found perceiver. Okay, good job. So what does it mean? Say it again.
Is a person who perceives something or an observer.
Okay, now listen to how she read that definition. One who perceives something. So this is what I meant. Take the off. What does it mean to perceive? So now you want to look in a dictionary. Go to the word perceive and tell me, what does it mean to perceive? Because puts a noun, it makes it a noun. Perceive is the word. What does it mean to what does perceive mean? Go ahead.
On Webster, it says to attain awareness or understanding of, or to regard as being such.
That's it. Okay, now I want you to go slower so I can write. The perceiver is the one who, now go take it again. The one who what? To what?
To attain awareness or understanding of.
The one who is aware and understanding. What else did you have?
And then it also said to regard as being such, to become aware of through the senses.
Okay.
Especially good. Like to see or observe.
Right. This is it. Okay. Hold on. Let me make it smaller. Yeah, I got that line. The one who observes and is aware and understanding of all. Okay, so el-wajid, the perceiver. What does that mean in English? The one who observes and is aware and understanding of all things. Do y'all know what the word observe means? Sometimes you might have to break it down even smaller. Observe means to see and to know. So Allah, He is the one who observes, or let's say sees, the one who sees. I'm going to break it down for y'all more. The one who sees and is aware and understanding of all things. Y'all get it? Does that make sense to everyone? Well, everybody with me? Y'all with me on that? So this is the name. And Sister Kyra, I'm using your real name, Kyra. You know who you are because I can't see the screen. This is how you deal with anxiety. This is how Layla getting ready to knock it out the ballpark. Layla getting ready to knock away all those bad feelings and all that anxiety and all cried out and all that old pity party that you go through and break down the names of Allah. He slaps you back to attention. Hello, He gives you back your focus. So now that we know what the meaning is, the next step is, let me move this out the way so I can see. I'm using this thing here. Wait a minute. Insert text box. Okay, here we go. I got a text box. So, how does Allah prove He is the one who sees and is aware and understanding of all things? This is what this is how the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught the companions to break down the meaning of Allah's names. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever learns The names of Allah, all the names of Allah, he can guarantee paradise. That doesn't mean memorize them, how to sing them. It means to understand the meaning of them and break them down and apply it, live it, put it in your life. You'll be a bad, or meaning a good Muslim. So when the Prophet would mention Allah's name, the Quraysh would always challenge him. The Quraysh did not believe that Allah was the only one worthy of worship. They believed that he was the creator. The only one of Allah's names that the Quraysh accepted was that he was the creator of all things. But they did not believe that he was the only one worthy of worship. And the Prophet tried to prove to them, which he did, that Allah is the only one worthy of worship. Why? Because he is the one who sees and is aware and understands all things. Your statues don't. Your love for marijuana doesn't. Okay, we put our desires, we put our love for others and our love for other things over Allah. Okay, those things can disappear. Man can let you down. For you sisters out there, you fall in love with the idea of love and you want some man, to marry you. You want some man to be with you. Okay, the man ain't making a move towards you. The man ain't doing nothing to get with you. Okay, but you're cried out. Am I hitting home with some of you sisters? You're all cried out over him because he don't want you. He ain't making no move. Maybe you putting that man on the same level with Allah. Okay. Allah is the only one worthy of worship, not man. The man don't want you. If the man ain't making the move to be with you, you got to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Because if a person really wanted you, I'm hitting you sisters where it hurts, but the truth hurts. If the man really wanted to be with you, sister, he'd be with you. Marriage is easy in Islam. Divorce is easy too. So for you sisters in a bad situation, you sisters in a situation with a man that ain't good, you married him thinking he was all that in a bag of chips, and he's proven to you that he's a brute, that he's nothing that you thought. He's not the way you perceived him to be. Hello, the name Al-Wajid. He was not the way you perceived him to be. You got to let him go. You got to let him go. Otherwise, you putting him equal to Allah. Do you sisters get what I'm teaching you? Y'all see how these names can slap you back to reality. So, Allah, he's the one who sees. He's the one who is aware. He's the one that's understanding of all things. How does he prove this? Like the Prophet told the Quraysh. Are your idols perceivers? Okay, who wants to start us off? Go ahead. I must have hit you people pretty hard, huh? Nobody got nothing to say? Who's going to give us an example how Allah proves he's the one that sees and is aware and understanding of all things? This is easy. Should be. Look around. I need to put my other computer up here so I can see what you guys are typing too on YouTube. Hold on. Because I don't know what's going on in the Zoom room. These women, the cat done got their tongues or something. So let me bring in my laptop so I can use two computers to look and see what's going on. Oh. Wait a minute. Hold on here. Allah, how does he prove to us that he is the one who sees and is aware and understanding of all things? It's not that easy to do, is it, guys? It'll take you out of that depression, though. It'll take your mind.
I would say whenever we have a problem, Allah always finds a solution for us.
How? You got to prove it. Look around you. Look around you.
I can try. He shows us that he's aware and sees all things. The fact that he sent calamities to cleanse the earth from like evil and corrupt people.
Okay, that's a good one. The fact calamity. The fact that calamity hits at particular parts of the world that are doing things that transgress what's good. Y'all see how I changed her, what she said around to make it make better sense for y'all? How does Allah prove that he is aware of all things? He sees all things. The fact that look where the calamities are hitting. The calamities hits at particular parts of the world that are doing things that are not good. That are not good. Y'all see that? Does that make sense to you guys? Burma, when I found out where Burma is, yes, it's horrible. It's horrible what the Muslims are going through over there, but look at that world. There's so much paganism. Those people in that part of the world do a lot of worshiping of idols and stuff still. So it ain't no mystery why Allah is sending earthquakes to that. Look at that part of the world. Look at what's going on. Not only are they abusing the Muslims, which is bad, but look at that part of the world. They got landslides. They got tsunamis hitting them. The COVID wiped them out almost. And why did Allah send those calamities that part of the world? Those people are pagans over there. SubhanAllah. Tsunamis. When those tsunamis hit that part of the world, that Indonesian part of that, over in that part of the world, wasn't Indonesia, but that part over in that world, look at the people over there. Those are people that don't practice no religion. Allah sends calamity to particular parts of the world that are doing things that are not good. So that's proof that he's aware and he sees everything. Y'all understand that? That's how the prophet would break down these meanings. So the calamities are befalling the parts of the world where people are not speaking out. Where people are not speaking out against the evil, in other words. Calamity seem to occur more in those areas, whereas people are not speaking out against the evil. Hello. I remember when they had the problem over there in Iraq. All the things that Saddam Hussein did. Saddam Hussein did a lot of crazy bad things, for those of you who don't know. He hurt a lot of Muslims, his own people, killed them. Okay? But they didn't speak out against him. Nobody stood up against him. And you wonder why all that calamity happened. Calamities seem to occur more in those areas where people do not speak out against the evil. That should tell you that Allah is aware. Okay? Give me some more examples. on, guys. Give me some more examples. Let me bring my other computer in so I can see. I'm going to join. Wait, no, don't answer yet. Let me put this on. I can't see YouTube, so I'm getting ready to come in so I can see YouTube. I'm getting ready to join now so I can see y'all on YouTube. This is my laptop. Hold on. Because I can't. People in Zoom are dead to the world today. Wait a minute. Hello, which one is this? This is Layla. Y'all can't hear me, right? I'm not, no echo, right? Good. I got this computer cut off. Okay, and chat. Okay, people on YouTube and Facebook and the other places, y'all can type and I can, inshallah, see you. Let me do this. There, that's me. Okay. Go ahead.
Can we say one of the ways that Allah shows us that He's the perceiver is that when we think something is good for us and we try to embark on it, He'll put obstacles in the way to prevent us from making like certain decisions? Or
okay, for those people that don't believe in Allah, they'll say, who the heck told you that? Prove it. Remember, you're proving this. You're proving to people who don't believe. You're proving to yourself who's going through a hardship in life. You're questioning your faith. You're questioning your purpose. It has to be something that you can taste, touch, or feel. When we talk about proving, like the prophet would tell the Quraysh, how can you deny the fact that earthquake just happened right there in Rome? And Rome is where the women and men are having relations with animals. But it didn't happen here in Mecca. We don't do that. It's something that we have to be able to prove. Prove. How does Allah prove He's the one? I just gave you one example. The calamities seem to hit parts of the world that are not doing the good. Calamity seems to occur more in those areas where people ain't speaking out.
I would say, like, for example, there are people without food or shelter. Allah provides them resources to help them out.
How? How does Allah provide resources? How do you know that King Tut didn't do it? You got to prove it. Prove it, people. Prove it. How does Allah look at the signs? It's right in front of your face. It's in your face. You can't deny that this help came from Allah. But we ain't even talking about help. That's a different word, a different name. We're talking about the one who is aware of all things. The one who is aware of all things, not the one who is a helper. Anyway, that's the wrong name. Prove to me that Allah is aware of all things. Your answer has to deal with awareness of all things.
I would say that how Allah is al-Wajid is He is aware of what people plot and plan about you in secret.
Prove it. How can you prove to me that Allah knows what somebody's plotting and planning? You got to be able to see it, guys. It's got to be in your face. How does Allah prove? Proves. I'll give you an example.
Because He shows you. He shows it to you.
Well, show it to me. Give me an example. Prove that He showed me something. Y'all got to see this. See, breaking down these names are not easy. This is why it was so hard. This is why a messenger is a higher status than a prophet. Because a messenger is sent to people who don't believe in Allah. And you got to convince them of that he is who he is. It's hard, ain't it? Go ahead. Somebody else has got to be in your face like that calamity is.
Would rain be one of them? Or
I don't know. What you got to say about rain?
Like, for example, if like part of the world, like, for example, if they didn't have water, Allah would send like rain.
Okay, that's good. That's great. Good. See, that's something you can see. Okay? Allah sends rain or water to the earth when it is dry. Man can't make it rain. I can't make it rain. Allah makes it rain. That's something you can see, precious. Y'all understand? You can see this. When the earth is dry, what happens? Water falls from the sky. You can't make that water fall. Yo, statue can't. That man you in love with, sisters. Let me take it home to the women that's cried out. I'm all cried out. That man you cried out over, he can't make it rain. Oh, he can make it rain in another type of way, but he can't make it rain this way. Hello. Allah sends water to the earth when it is dry, or he sends water when it is needed. When it is needed to the earth. Allah sends water to the earth when it is needed. That's proof that he is aware of all things. Allah sends water to the earth when it is needed. That's proof that he is aware of all things. What's another one? Give me some more.
Also, can you say, like, if you're in an accident or a car, or your car went out and you're in the mountains and no one is around, and you make dua to Allah, that Allah is aware that he won't put a burden on you that you cannot bear, and you get out of there?
Zeus did that.
Oh, okay.
Apollo did that. Athena did that. That man that I'm all cried out, he did that. It's got to be something that no one can say they did but him. He sends water when it's needed. Strange how calamity only occurs in those parts of the earth that are not doing good. Come on, guys, give me a couple more.
But too, can you also say that because no one else can get you out of that situation if it wasn't aware of it?
Zeus was aware, and Zeus did this. Who gonna get me out? You're talking like a Muslim, okay? Remember, most people don't believe that Allah is the helper. Even a lot of Muslims don't believe that. They say they do, but they don't. They all cried out over some dude.
Okay, Allah is aware of the bad and corrupt people on earth, and he replaces them with people that are better by sending war and stuff.
That's one way. Yeah, that's the calamity. That's good. But we already got that with the calamity. Yeah, that's good. That's what it's got to be, Mina. Like she's saying, y'all, like I started y'all off with this calamity. Allah knows where to send his punishment. The bad things are only happening in certain parts of the world. And look at those parts of the world that it's happening at. Look what's going on over there. People ain't speaking out. People ain't enjoying the good. People ain't forbidding the evil. Just when you think that you can't take no more because there's no water, the earth is parched, rain will fall. He's aware. Come on, give me some more. Stop being philosophical, guys, and look around you. The prophet would tell the companions, look at your surroundings. Don't get philosophical. Look right what's in front of your face.
Also, can you say that when you sometimes going through some hardship or difficulties and you think you have no way out, but Allah sees that?
That's philosophical. That's philosophical. It's got to be something that I can touch, taste, feel.
Can you say about how Allah raised the sun and at morning and night? You can see that, so Allah is actually aware of that, because that's actually something that we can see with our eyes.
Yeah, we got Allah sends water to the earth, but let's just keep all that. But we don't want to start going to the sun, but we got that part. Yeah, Allah sends water to the earth when needed. Okay, some more stuff. Come on.
Allah is unaware about Allah knows who is unaware about him and his knowledge, so he guides the people to it.
That's philosophical. That's why I picked this name, because this is a difficult name to break down. But when you do break it down and apply it, it's powerful.
Can we say that Allah sends resources to those who are in need?
Like what? That ain't telling me. You're making statements. You're not proving anything. You're making a bunch of statements.
People to help.
That's a statement. I can't see that. I can't feel that. I helped you. I gave you my money. That ain't getting it. How can we prove that? How does Allah prove that he is the one who is aware and understanding of all things? Okay, let's just one more attempt. Go ahead.
When it's time for your soul to be taken back to Allah, Allah sends the angels to take it.
That's a different name. That ain't got nothing to do with perceiver.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's just keep what y'all got here. And let's go to the next part, see if we can do a little better. So we only came up with a couple things, but that's good. It'll make it short because I got to do PowerPoint for the next class. So you're going to take that. How can I apply the above to myself? For those of you who is going through depression, for those of you who are going through anxiety, where's your anxiety at now, Kyra? It's gone, ain't it? You ain't thinking about how you all cried out over that dude. You ain't thinking about how you all cried out because you want to do. You thinking about Allah right now. Y'all see how breaking down these names is the best therapy? You want therapy? This is the best therapy to get over a heartache. This is the best therapy and how to get over anxiety, because you ain't thinking about your personal pity party or how some dude done disappointed you. Okay? You're thinking about Allah and how you can get closer to him. And you're realizing that dude ain't all that. That marijuana ain't all that, brothers. That alcohol ain't all of that, is it? It's an addiction. That's all it is. But it's nothing that's going to help you. It's all about Allah, getting close to him. See how you deal with anxiety? This is the Islamic way of dealing with anxiety. Break down the name of Allah when you're feeling bad. So we said that Allah is El-Wajid. He's the one who sees and is aware and understanding of all things. The fact that calamity hits at parts of the world that are doing things that are not good is proof of that. Also, the fact that calamities seem to occur more in those areas where people are not speaking out against the evil. Also, the fact that Allah sends water and other nourishment. Oops, what happened? Okay. And other nourishment to the earth when needed. That's good right there. Those three things there are good enough. How can you take that and apply it to yourself? Start us off.
How the fact that calamities strike at any time.
Not any time.
Yeah.
Read that's not one of the things y'all came up with. Calamity striking at any time is not the same as calamity hitting at parts of the world that are not doing good. It's not the same as calamity occurring in those areas where people are not speaking out against the evil. We didn't say calamity hits any time. Nope. Wrong start. Okay, who's going to start us off? This is easy. I got a lot to say. It's picking me up out of my anxiety and depression.
How you can apply it to yourself is you can actually speak out against the things that you see that people are doing that's wrong, and not trying to basically just petrify it like, oh, this is my friend, or whatever the case may be. I'll stop it with any evil that I see. Either if I can do the 3 things that Allah say, speak out about it, stop it with my hands, or hate it with my heart and make dua for it.
Okay. How can I apply the above to myself? Well, I will not be a part of the evil things that occur around me. I will take a stand against them. That's one thing. You know, evil happens. We're surrounded by evil. The Prophet Muhammad taught us we're surrounded by evil. But the strong believer is more loved by Allah than the weak one. Why? Why is the strong believer more loved than by Allah than the weak one? Because the strong believer is surrounded by evil, but he doesn't take part in it. And he will take a stand against it. Y'all understand the difference? Okay. So Allah is aware and sees all things. I'm aware and I see that there's evil all around me. People are fornicating. People are adulterating. For you Bantu women, young girls meeting men on the internet, marrying men off the internet that their fathers didn't even approve of. Because everybody doing it. You gonna do it? This is wrong. This is haram. I'm not gonna be a part of that. And in fact, I'm going to go further and take a stand against it. What else? Look at the above.
Not only take a stand, we should in fact train our hearts to accept that calamity strike at any time.
No. You still going off into number 3. Nope. You keep saying calamity strike at any time. That's not this part. How can you apply those 3 sentences to yourself? Those 3 sentences, they got nothing to do with calamities occurring at any time. It's talking about calamity hits at parts that are not doing good. Calamities hit when people don't speak out. So you have to address how you're going to apply that to you. and Mina gave a good one. I won't be a part of it. And I will take a stand against it. Good job, Amina. Anybody else?
How I can apply to myself is that make sure I am doing my obligations, and
that's not this part.
Oh.
What about Allah sending water and other nourishment to the earth?
I would say by understanding that only Allah is capable of providing us with water and nourishment whenever we need it.
What about it? How can you apply that to yourself? The fact
to call on Allah whenever I'm in difficulty.
That's the third part. Y'all jump into the bottom of how to, how can I apply the fact that calamity hits? Oh, I can go on. There's so much I can say about this, man, that y'all ain't even touching. Dig down into everything that you learned, everything that you know as a Muslim about how calamity hits at parts of the world that are not doing good and where people are not speaking out. That's what y'all should be addressing. And there's so much to say about it. So much you can say about how you yourself can grow from that knowledge. And ain't none of y'all hitting it.
How about how Allah sends water and nourishments to the earth when needed, how we can apply that is by us ourselves providing water and nourishments to people that we see are in need, like in our community.
That's the third part. We're not even there.
Okay.
That's talking about how to apply it to others. We're talking about ourself, myself. How can I better my character? How can I become a better, stronger Muslim based on this knowledge of Allah? How can I take that and change the condition of myself? I will not take part in evil, the evil things around me. I will stand out against it. I will distance myself. I got to do it myself. I will distance myself from anyone or anything that comes between what I know. Y'all see where I'm going? What I know to be right in accordance to Allah, and what is wrong. Y'all ain't hitting none of this stuff. In accordance to Allah. Y'all see that? From look at what I wrote. You sisters who are going through the pain of the heart, I'm all cried out because this man won't marry me. I'm all cried out because the man I am married to is a bad man. And I know he's bad, but I don't want to let him go because I don't want to be by myself. Allah sends calamity to those parts that things are not good. And when we don't speak out against evil, so what you gonna do? I'm gonna distance myself from anything that comes between what I know is lawful and right based on what Allah said, and what is wrong based on what Allah said. For the sister that sent me the email today saying how her husband is trying to force her to have anal sex. You see how this helped you? Anal sex is haram, sister. Haram. It's a sacrilege. You got to let him go. He's trying to force you to transgress the limits of Allah. Your love for him should not be greater than your love for Allah. This is a sacrilege. Distance myself. I'm calling my imam. I need a cooler today because something wrong with you. I'm not going to jeopardize my relationship with Allah for your sick, filthy sexual desires. You see that? When you take the names of Allah, sisters, that's where you get the strength. For you women that's all cried out because you ain't got a husband. Kyra, there's good in everything. Maybe Allah got something better for you. Listen to all the hardships these women are going through. Men trying to force them into anal sex. Men hurting them, abusing them, beating them up, not taking it. Maybe Allah is looking out for you. Allah is the perceiver. He's aware of everything, Kyra. He knows what's best for you, Kyra. It's best for you to be by yourself with your children. That's why you don't have a husband. Allah is the one who's aware of everything. Everything that will happen and has happened. So you submit, Kyra. Submit to his qadr. He's the perceiver. Accept the fact that you're single. Focus on your children and yourself and stop hopping around from internet channels asking these ignorant men and women on YouTube to tell you how to get a man. Girl, you don't need a man. You need Allah in your life. That's all you need. Y'all see this? This is how y'all should be breaking these names down. All that storybook, philosophical, violins playing, that ain't got nothing to do with the cost of tea in the concentration camps in China. For those Muslims having a hard time dealing with what's going on over there in the Middle East, Allah is aware Allah sees everything. Allah is the one who understands everything. Do you understand? Allah says he sends his calamities. Whenever we fail to enjoin what's good, whenever we fail to forbid what's evil, expect that he will send war to you. That hadith is authentic, Sahih Muslim. The Prophet Muhammad said, whenever we fail to speak up, whenever we fail to enjoin what's good and forbid what's evil, you can expect war. So Allah is aware. Everything comes from him, including war. So we submit. How do we submit? By checking ourselves. What am I doing? Am I a cause of this? And if I am a cause of this, maybe I need to change myself. Maybe I'm doing some kinky stuff I shouldn't do. Maybe I'm doing some stinky stuff I shouldn't do. Maybe I'm doing some backdoor stuff I shouldn't do. I need to change. Because Allah also says he ain't going to help you until you change the condition of yourself, people. We Muslims got to change. We don't accept his Carter. We crying for a man. We crying for alcohol. We crying for sex. We crying for everything except Allah. We've abandoned the Sunnah. We've abandoned the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We've abandoned those companions, and we've replaced them with men and women, celebrities of today. Allah is aware of what's happening in the world. He's aware. Y'all understand? So these type of answers y'all giving today are just ridiculous. Y'all need to get with it. This can be taken so deep. Okay, how can I apply it to the bud of myself? I will not be a part of the evil things that occur around me. I will take a stand against them. I will distance myself from anyone or anything that comes between what I know to be right in accordance to Allah and what is wrong in accordance to Allah. Anybody want to add anything else? I understand that Allah is the one who sends good, that's the water, and evil, that's the nourishment. So knowing that Allah is the one that sends good and evil, I will check myself. This is all about yourself. To assure that I am on the receiving end of the good. Y'all understand that? Not the evil. Now let's go to the last part. Since I had to do the second part for you. Last part. How can we take the above and apply to our relationships with others? Can anybody start us off on that? Or is that too hard? Y'all reading our storybook life or what? And I hope you sisters, and when these bad marriages, y'all paying attention. I got your emails today. Yeah, I woke up at 5 o'clock and I'm bombarded. I'm giving y'all the answers right here.
Can I try to
take what you got? Take what
okay.
I came up with in the second part and apply it to the third.
Okay. How can well, the way that we can apply those facts above is reminding those.
You got to pick one. Pick one, not all of them.
Okay. I will not be a part of the evil things that occur around me. For example, meaning it could be company, it could be something they're participating that I see that's going
we know
on.
what it is, but how can you apply it with your relationship?
By not going near it.
Okay, yeah.
Distancing myself from those things that take me apart from what's pleasing to Allah.
And this is for all of us as a group. The third part is for all of us. We as Muslims. Okay,
Oh,
now say
we
it
as
again.
Muslims. My
Yeah.
apologies.
Yeah,
We
go
as
ahead.
Muslims.
Yeah, go ahead. You were right. You're on the right page. Keep it going. I'll just type it. Go ahead.
Okay, we as Muslims should distance ourselves from the things that Allah that displeases Allah and brings about his wrath.
Good, there you go. Now you got it. That's what you do. The third part is how we as a nation can incorporate it. The second part is how you can incorporate it for yourself. Now you got it, Geechee. The first part is how Allah proves he is whatever the name is. The second part is how to take that proof and make yourself change the condition of yourself. Then the third part is how we as a nation, an ummah, can make that change. Now you got it. As Muslims, we will distance ourselves from those things that are displeasing. Go ahead, keep on. Displeasing to
Allah. And if we cannot change it, we can speak against it. Change it with our hands. We could speak against it.
Good job. If we cannot change the evil that is occurring, good job. Now you got it. Now that you understand what to do, you got it. I told you it comes from the heart. You just got to understand how to do it. And if we cannot change what's occurring around us, then at least speak out against it.
Or hate it in our hearts.
Good job. Or hate it in our hearts. And make dua. That's what, isn't that what somebody said? Dua. That's where your dua comes in. The dua is the last step, guys. Whoever gave that answer. There your dua comes in. Good job, Geechee. So now you'll be able to do them all right. I think you were lost on how to do it. Now you see how to do it. The first part, the second part is apply it to you. This is to us as a nation. As Muslims, we will distance ourselves from those things that are displeasing to Allah. And if we cannot change the evil that is occurring around us, then at least speak out against it or hate it in our hearts and make dua. You women, for the sister that keeps emailing me about her husband and this anal sex, I'm just going to tell you, your husband is a homosexual. I'm sorry. Let me just let me just talk about this. And y'all know, I get emails from this sister all the time. I'm just going to come. I've been nice. Your husband is gay. That's a sign of gayness. And for him to keep trying to force you into that, first of all, he can't force you. As Sheikh Morsi would tell you if he were here. Did he take a gun and make you have anal sex with him? Evidently, you must like it too, or something. Both of y'all are wrong. If your husband wants to engage in the sins of sodomy, the sins of the people of Lot, that's a kula. You should have been divorced him because he ain't right. He ain't right. You change the evil. You leave it. You stop it. You stop the evil by getting up out of there. And I want you to know whenever and that should be part of this answer too, whenever we let go of things that are bad for us, but we're letting go of them because our love for Allah supersedes our love for those things, Allah will always give you better, sister. You love that man, but you're letting him go for the sake of Allah because he's indulging in something that is a sacrilege. As soon as you let him go, Allah will send you better. He'll send you a better man who won't indulge in that type of filthiness and sickness, who will be straight and not homosexual. Okay? So again, we got to change, guys. We got to take this, why is Allah sending these calamities? We haven't distanced ourselves. Did we distance ourselves from those things that are displeasing to Allah? Did we try to change the evil around us by speaking out and hating it and making dua against it? Or did we sit there and just become part of the evil? Did we become, like Ibn Masud said, the walking dead? Who are the walking dead? The walking dead are those Muslims that are surrounded by the evil, but all they say is myself, 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 and don't care. Most of us were the walking dead. Most of us are the walking dead, only concerned with ourselves. Allah is the perceiver. He sees this. He's aware of us and our state. He knows what's going on. Repercussions, consequences. Y'all get it? Okay, anybody else want to add? We distance ourselves from those things that are displeasing to Allah, and if we cannot change that, the evil that is occurring around us, then at least speak out against it or hate it in our hearts and make dua. What else? Allah is the one that sends good and evil. Check myself to assure that I am on the receiving end of the good and not on the receiving end of the evil. How y'all gonna apply that?
I have a question, not a question, but what about when we within the dua of istikhara, when we talk about accepting the qadr of Allah, whether it's good or whether it's bad, but keeping that mindset that no matter what's going on, like how you said in the previous paragraphs, the understanding that Allah is the one that sends calamities, that within that same mindset, we can also, keep within our hearts and have an understanding like, hey, this is from Allah. I'm going to accept it, whether it's good or whether it's bad. That's just
we
what
will
I'm
work
thinking.
to accept the reality that everything that happens comes from Allah. The bad as a result of what we brought upon ourselves. So we work to change the condition of ourselves to that which is pleasing to Allah. And the bad that we cannot change, we accept it being from Allah and turn that bad into a means of purification. This is where your philosophical stuff come in. A purification of sins for ourselves. Y'all see how I did this one? And Geechee? Let's stop and look at this. Allah, He's El-Wajid. El-Wajid, the perceiver. Allah, He is the one who sees and is aware of all things. The fact that calamity hits parts of the world that are not doing good, and that calamities occur more in those areas where people are not speaking out. Also, Allah sends water and other nourishment from above to the earth when needed. Allah sends water and other blessings from above to the earth when needed. So how can I apply this to myself? Well, I will not be a part of the evil things that occur around me. I will take a stand against them. I will distance myself from anyone or anything that comes between what I know to be right in accordance to Allah and what is wrong in accordance to Him. I understand that Allah is the one who sends good and evil, and will check myself to assure that I am on the receiving end of the good, not the evil. How can we Muslims apply it as a whole in our relationships with others? Well, as Muslims, we will distance ourselves from those things that are displeasing to Allah, And if we cannot change the evil that is occurring around us, then at least speak out against it, which is what you do with what's going on in Palestine. We're speaking out against it. We're speaking out against it. You can't do anything else, but you can speak out against it. Speak out against the genocide that the Zionists are doing. Show solidarity with each other. Come back to the Muslim identity, dressed like Allah commands you to dress. Be as one. Give the greeting. Pack the masjids. Hate in your heart what's happening and make dua. And we will work to accept the reality that everything that happens comes from Allah. The bad as a result of what we've brought on ourselves. So we work to change the condition of ourselves to that which is pleasing to Him. And the bad that we cannot change, we accept that it came from Him. And we will turn that bad into a means of purification of sins for ourselves. That's El-Wajid. Y'all see how I did that? How I broke that down. Gave you the hope of what to do with Palestine, what to do with Burma, what to do with a man who wants to have anal sex with you, what to do because you can't accept the fact that you ain't got a husband, that a man won't marry you. There's the solution. Turn back to Allah. He's aware. He knows. He sees. Submit to Him. Submit to Him. Submit to the reality that He's aware of everything. Submit to the reality that He is aware. So conform. He's watching. He's observing. He's observing to see how you behave in these situations of distress. How you handle the man who wants to do anal with you. How you handle the fact that a man won't marry you. How you handle what's going on in Palestine. Allah's watching us. Are you going to change? Change your behavior to that which is pleasing to Him? Or are you going to give in to that man? Give in to Zionism. Give in to anger. Give in to your emotions. That's my class for today. Those of you going through anxiety, where's your anxiety at now? Mine is gone. I'm back on track. I'm back. Layla's back. All cried out and back. Ready to rock and roll. Next class, 9 o'clock. So we're going to stop right here for now, guys. The next class we have, I want y'all to do this. This is the best therapy on how to get over a broken heart, how to get over anxiety, how to give over disappointment, how to deal with anger, how to deal with what's happening in the world. Take Allah's name and break it down. So the next class we have will be at 9 o'clock. It's the lawful and the unlawful, and we will be discussing, again, business transactions. I'm going to answer the question about interest. A lot of you are asking me about interest. Interest is haram. Y'all know that. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. So I'm going to close out for now. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu